Now it's time for the Honeymoon Living Show with your hosts, Vladimir and Alyssa Joseph.
There's nothing I can do, I confess, that ever make you love me less, ever make you love me less, now. Even if I change the world, that won't make you love me more, cause you meant it when you said it was finished. There's nothing I can do, I confess, that will make you love me less, that will make you love me less, now. Even if I change the world, that won't make you love me more, cause you meant it when you said it is finished. I'm as clean as the one who died upon the cross and rose from the dead, cause you said so. You adopted us as sons, you adopted us as daughters. You're a good, good father, you're a good, good father. Come on, come on, yeah. You're a good, good father, you're a good, good father. Come on, yeah. There's nothing I can do, I confess, that'll make you love me less, that'll make you love me less, now. Even if I change the world, that won't make you love me more, cause you meant it when you said it is finished. I'm as clean as a woman that died on the cross and rose from the dead, cause you said so. You adopted us as sons, you adopted us as daughters. You're a good, good father, you're a good, good father. I'm as clean as the one who died upon the cross and rose from the dead, cause you said so. You adopted us as sons, you adopted us as daughters. You're a good, good father, you're a good, good father. Come on, come on, yeah. You're a good, good father, you're a good, good father. Come on, yeah. You're a good, good father, you are. Such a good, good father, boy. Such a good, good father, you are. Such a good father, Lord. I'm just not good enough to say anything. I knew what you did. If you would call me worthy, then I'm worthy to live. Just not good enough to say anything. I knew what you did. If you would call me worthy, then I'm worthy to live. Just not good enough to say anything. I knew what you did. If you would call me worthy, then I'm worthy to live. Just not good enough to say anything. I knew what you did. If you would call me worthy, then I'm worthy to live. Worthy to live. Worthy to live.
You were listening to The Good, Good Father by Kurt Vernon and Julie Funch from his Live at the Livery album.
Welcome to the Honeymoon Living Show with Vladimir,
And Alyssa Joseph.
where it's never too late to live happily ever after, no matter how old or young you are, or whether you're single or married.
Here on the Honeymoon Living Show, we get you thinking about love and life and living with passion and intentionality and growing in your groundedness with God. We stir up your mindset on love and living well. No matter if you're a single mom or a married person or a young college student or even a guy working out in your garage. If you want to live life happier, if you want to live life with more intentionality, if you want to have more fun and more passion in your life, then Honeymoon Living is for you.
I'm Vladimir Joseph. I grew up in Port Secure. My parents were separated near my birth and were never married. If my childhood pain or chaos was my reference point, then I would have every excuse in the book not to believe in love, much less to believe in having a healthy and happy relationship with God and my beloved sweetness bride, Alyssa Joseph.
And I'm the beloved bride and sweetness, Alyssa Joseph. I'm married to Vladimir, and my upbringing was pretty polar opposite of Vladimir's. I was homeschooled, and my folks were very intentional in encouraging godly expectations on dating and relationships and marriage. I was born into the church and nonprofit ministry world, and I started teaching and mentoring others at a really young age. And in addition to a lifetime of ministry experience, I've also worked in the corporate world for about a decade and a half.
Alyssa and I, we got married in our 30s, the bride at 32 and the groom at 38. Neither of us previously married, a virgin bride and a spiritually rededicated virgin groom. In our relationship, we abandoned very common sentiments about dating, romance, love, and marriage. We first kissed at our wedding altar. We started our marriage with an intense study to find clarity on what marriage is and what it is not. Marriages face many discouraging odds. Broken relationships and marriages gone badly are prevalent in our culture. We have experienced a different reality, though. We experienced a dating relationship filled with fun, love, and honor that we carried into the exceptional marriage that we live today.
Vladimir and I believe that no matter what your background is, no matter what your color of skin is, no matter how good or how bad you have it, there is hope. And we are all meant to live a life filled with happiness, fulfillment, and love. Which brings us to today's topic on the Honeymoon Living Show, which is that if it's never too late to live happily ever after, how do I start today? This is part 4 of 4 in a series on exploring the how-tos of living happier today, no matter if we are single, married, divorced, or somewhere in between. So what do you think? If it's never too late to live happily ever after, how do I start today? Tell us your thoughts. How do you practice living happier in your life right now where you're at? In the middle of life, in the middle of chaos, in the middle of all the busyness, the kids, the groceries, the bills, everything that's going on. What are you doing right now to live your life happier? Because life is flying by. So we want to hear from you. Text us your answers at 413-33-RADIO. That's 413-337-2346, or email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com, or you can find us on Facebook. We're facebook.com/Alyssa and Vladimir. All of our social media info is on honeymoonliving.com.
What did you miss in the last 3 shows? We recently began a series about how to start living happily ever after. We answered the question, if it's never too late to live happily ever after, then how do I start today? In this 4-part series, we covered interesting and encouraging statistics in relationship and marriage. The research data gave us significant guidance to turn around a marriage or to keep a marriage on track. We also had a blast being totally vulnerable with our listeners about probably the biggest decisions we had to make during our singlehood years, which helped to get us to experience a surreal dating experience. Basically, the nuts and bolts that empowered us to wait until the wedding altar to kiss my bride for the first time and for her to have her first kiss in 32 years. The foundation for us entering a really special marriage where we could write a book on marriage within our first 7 months of marriage. As you can see, this first part was amazing and we packed in a lot. We hope that previous episodes are giving practical details for shifting the tide in many marriages or singles alike. If you missed any previous episode from season 1, please email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com to get your access.
You know, the best cooking recipes often have secret ingredients. You know, it's like the nuts and the bolts. If you miss that secret ingredient, it doesn't turn out quite like you were expecting it to. But then all of the ingredients, you really have to have that secret sauce. And you usually need to know somebody who knows somebody to get at the secret sauce. On today's show, we dish out what the secret sauce is. The last couple of shows had several nuts and bolts that can help. However, we doubt that you can living happily ever after together if we just stop at just the nuts and bolts. If you just have the flour and the sugar and the baking soda, but you're missing the secret ingredient, those cookies just might not turn out quite the way you want them to. For on today's show, this is season 1, episode 8, and we're talking about if it's never too late to live happily ever after, how do I start today? This is part 4 in a series on exploring the how-tos of living happier, no matter if we are single, married, divorced, or somewhere in between. And today we are talking about the greatest reason why you can hope for big things in your marriage or in your single life, and how those big things can and will come true if you keep focusing on the why and who is behind the why.
I wonder, when was the last time you used the word wonder? When was the last time you actually had wonder? Text us at
33 Radio 413-337-2346, or you can email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com. What is wonder? How is wonder applying in your life? So I'm sitting here kind of laughing at Vladdy, because he's been living in Texas for about a year and a half now and hasn't really truly experienced a real Texas thunderstorm until the other night, because I kept telling him, okay, we'd have these little storms that would come through, and I would say, that's not a real Texas storm. The house isn't shaking and continuing to shake for minutes. Lightning isn't flashing the sky and isn't just flashing and flashing and flashing. So we had our first, what I would call, real Texas thunderstorm the other night, where the house was shaking, the rain was coming down, the hail was coming down. What'd you think, Vladdy?
Yeah, that was awesome.
We were trying to have a conversation and it was kind of like over because it just kept shaking. So have you heard of Rachel and Gordon Vickers with Just Windows? They are wonderful people that do a fabulous job making your home or your business windows shine. So if you need a little bit of help coming back from last week's crazy storm, connect with Rachel and Gordon Vickers with Just Windows.
We clean small businesses and residential windows. We are looking for businesses in Kerrville, Fredericksburg, Hunt, and Bandera. No job too small. We want your business to shine. We want your home to shine. We will give you a bid and are prepared to complete the job on the same day or schedule the job to be done at your convenience. Email them at servantsheart7777@gmail.com. That is servantsheart7777@gmail.com, or call them at 830-285-8885. Again, 830-285-8885.
So if you want your windows spring cleaned and sparkling by trustworthy and detailed people, contact our friends Rachel and Gordon Vickers with Just Windows at 830-285-8885. That's 830-285-8885, or by email at servantsheart7777@gmail.com. And do you know Eddie Dunger, the owner of Rockin' D Enterprises, LLC, your roofing and construction service company here locally? If you've got hail damage from the recent storm, or that project around the house that's been needing to be done for forever, here's what Eddie says.
Rocking D Enterprise LLC, where trust is earned. We are your local roofing and construction services company. We have been in business since 2008 and can handle most of all your roofing and construction needs. We have had hail in recent days. If you live in the Hunt, Center Point, and Northwest Fredericksburg areas and saw hail, please call for a free roof inspection. You have 365 days from the date of any damage to file a claim with your insurance if you choose. We can work with your insurance company and perhaps save you some money. Knowing your roof is sound is peace of mind. So contact Eddie and Rocking D Enterprises, where trust is earned. Call them at 830-890-0628. That is 830-890-0628. Or email rocking-d@hotmail.com.
I didn't realize until after we talked with Eddie that you've got that kind of a timeline for hail damages for claims on your house, and that he can assist with that. I think that's an incredible thing. So I think we are actually going to pick up the phone too and just have him come check out our house, because the hail in Texas comes, and it comes slamming down when it comes. So we've been getting some questions lately about whether or not your business can advertise on the Honeymoon Living Show. And the answer is yes. The Honeymoon Living Show is collaborating with a few select local businesses that would like to increase others' knowledge of their business, their products, and their services. So if you think that your company would benefit from more people hearing about you on the airwaves of Kerrville and beyond, we would love to consider partnering with you. However, we are going to be very selective about who we choose to partner with. We're looking for an organization that stands out in their customer care and service, is grounded in integrity, wants to increase their exposure locally or online, and grow their sales. So we understand that your business may or may not have the qualities that we're looking to collaborate with. However, if you feel that your company may exceed these parameters, then we would absolutely love to talk with you and consider partnering with you. You can call 413-33-RADIO. That's 413-337-2346, or email radio@honeymoonliving.com.
Now, on today's show, we are talking about how it's never too late to live happily ever after, and how to start today. This is part 4 in a series exploring the how-tos of living happier, no matter if you are single, married, divorced, or somewhere in between. And today we are talking about the greatest reason why you can hope for big things in your marriage or in your single life, and those big things, how they can come true if you're keeping focus on the why and the who is behind the why. One of the secret sauce is wonder. What is wonder? Wonder as a verb form, it is a wish or a desire to know something. When was the last time you had a wish and a desire at the level that is characterized as wonder? And this wish or desire was intense enough that it amazed you. Here's an example of the wonder that we are not talking about. For example, when I was back in Chicago, a lot of folks wondered if the Chicago Bears were going to win the Super Bowl this year.
And not this year.
Unless you are on the team or directly connected to the team, whether they win or not, it doesn't change that much in your life, family, or your legacy. But a single person who's listening to episode 8 may say, I'm not married. Does wonder apply to me? Yes. A wonder deficit does have consequence to the married or the single. Have you heard these lyrics? They almost made it chapter 12 of our book. Try to sing it a little bit. May we never lose our wonder. May we never lose our wonder. Wide-eyed, mystified. May it be just like a child, staring at the beauty of our King. 'Cause you are beautiful in all your ways, King of Kings. You are beautiful in all your ways.
Good job, Vladdy. Way to bust it out, just singing it on the fly like that. I'm very impressed. So now you can hear this song by who actually sings it, Amanda Cook, and it's entitled Wonder.
We never lose our wonder. Wide-eyed and mystified, may we be just like a child, staring at the beauty of our King. Oh, fill us with wonder. You are beautiful in all your ways. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and sing it. You are beautiful in all your ways. Open the eyes of our heart to see you, God. May we never lose our wonder. Just sing that over yourself. May we never lose our wonder. Wide-eyed and mystified, may we be just like a child, staring at the beauty of our King. One time. May we never lose our wonder. May we never lose our wonder. Oh, wide-eyed and mystified, may we be just like a child, staring at the beauty of our King. You are beautiful. 'Cause you are beautiful in all your ways. Oh, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are beautiful in all your ways. We give our lives to sing. Oh, yes, you are beautiful in all your ways. Oh, yes, you are beautiful in all your ways. You're
The lyrics in the song beg the question, does wonder in God as King of Kings really matter? You see, there are three types of wonder mentioned by an author, Sam Cooke, in the book The Apology of Wonder. First type of wonder is named ontological. This wonder you get when you can't figure out why God created the world to begin with, or why is a bright sky blue versus another color. The second wonder is named the sensational wonder. For example, things in creation that takes our breath away, or eternal truths that are stupendous and extravagant. For example, being at the Grand Canyon and surveying it, or reading about the Genesis creation story from the Bible, or the story of Jesus' second coming in the book of Revelations, from Revelations 19 verse 15. It talks about a sword coming out of Jesus' mouth and then all his enemies being slaughtered. Here's a passage.
This is Revelations 19 verses 11 and through 16, and this is telling of the second coming of Christ. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on it is called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and wages war. His eyes are a flame of fire, and on his head are many diadems, and he has a name written on him which no one knows except himself. He is clothed with a robe dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which are in heaven, clothed in fine linen, white and clear, were following him on white horses. From his mouth comes a sharp sword, so that with it he may strike down the nations, and will rule them with a rod of iron. He treads the winepress of the fierce wrath of God, the Almighty. And on his robe and on his thighs he has a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
Does it knowing that this truth will happen take your breath away? The last of the three wonders is called the mundane wonder, the everyday wonder, things that happen day by day, such as a good night rest or a good meal. Well, what does this mean regarding honeymoon living? Here's the big deal. There is a competition between the different types of wonders. Sometimes in the everyday wonder you have seen or experienced a pain or fear. Things happens in our everyday life. Sometimes they are good and other times not so good. The issue is when the experience of pain tries to destroy your faith or hope in God, or your experience of pain tries to override and automatically deny and restrict God from letting him show himself to be a good father who really loves you and really has a promise to be with you and be your help and work out a good purpose for your life no matter what disappointments have happened. That's when problem happens. We're going to take a pause here and come back in the next segment and continue.
You're listening to the Honeymoon Living Show with Vladimir and Alyssa Joseph, where it's never too late to live happily ever after.
For free resources, radio show archives, or to request coaching or counseling, visit honeymoonliving.com or call 210-920-1588 or email radio@honeymoonliving.com or visit our office at 1127 East Main Street in Kerrville, Texas.
Let's become friends. Find us on Facebook. More social media info is on honeymoonliving.com, so visit us today.
From the creators of God's Not Dead, a classroom answer could cost Grace Wesley everything.
They're looking to destroy you. I'm not going to be afraid to say the name Jesus. I would rather stand with God and be judged by the world than stand with the world and be judged by God.
Peace out, free. God's not dead. He's still alive. He's living on the edge.
God's Not Dead 2. In theaters April 1st. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Tickets and showtimes available at godsnotdead.com.
Welcome back to the Honeymoon Living Show with Vladimir and Alyssa Joseph, where it's never too late to live happily ever after, no matter how old or young you are, or whether you are single or married. Here on the Honeymoon Living Show, we get you thinking about love and life and living with passion and intentionality and growing in your groundedness with God. We steer up your mindset on love and living well, no matter if you're a single mom, a married person, a college student, or a guy working out in the garage. If you want to live life with more fun, more passion, more energy, and just more exuberance in general, then the Honeymoon Living Show is for you. Today, we are talking about the secret sauce of living life happier starting today. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what you think. How do you live life happier today in your day in, day out purposes of life? What is your secret sauce? You can email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com or text us your answers at 413-33-RADIO. That is 413-337-2346. So today on the show, we have been talking about something that is called wonder. That little thing in life that is actually a big thing. Living life with curiosity, living life with exuberance, living life facing the unknown, and just that expression of wonder. So Vladimir has been talking a little bit about that. So we're going to jump right back in and let him continue on his thoughts on wonder.
Thank you, sweetheart. So there is this person in the Bible, prophet Daniel, while in Babylon, he faced the choice of stop praying to God 3 times a day because he was framed by his jealous colleagues. His jealous colleagues wanted to make a statement that, Daniel, you're going to bow down to the mundane reality that we have power and we can construe the government power and rig it to force you to compromise. We're going to make you compromise your trust on God. We're going to make you falter at God's great wonder that he's there and great and able to deliver you. And the temporary power, the temporary difficulties the government can cause you is greater than God. Daniel didn't bow down. They threw him in the lion's den, but then God rescued him. This is not a theoretical situation. The story of Daniel, it's applicable situation to yours and my marriage, or if you're single, it's applicable to you, because yours and my situation is similar, because whatever past everyday experience we have had that was full of pain, we have to be willing to let it go. We have to be willing to discard it so that we don't resist God from doing new things in our lives, bringing it home. If you're a single mom or a person who's been married for 25 years, you think that great experiences in your last X years of a single mom or in your marriage, you've had a lot of disappointments, you associate that with that's the best God can do. Absolutely best. And that's not the situation. The problem happens if you see in scripture that somebody brings up to you afresh that God does have intentions for much more for you, and that God invites you to know his wonderful plans for you, but then you refuse this wonderful plan based on the past disappointments you've had. You, as a single mom or a married person, you are refusing to believe God is inviting you to experience his special love for you. This is an example where you and I have to say something like, although this or that thing caused me pain and disappointment, whether it be with the church you were raised in or the previous church that hurt you, or maybe you and your spouse did not start out well in your marriage because you were a mama's boy, or and you picked your mom over your bride, or you were a daddy's girl and you picked your groom over you picked your dad over your husband or your groom. No matter what is the issue that has started in your marriage, we have to be ready to take God's promise to help us when he comes, right? If Jesus walked into the room where you are right now and tells you, hey, I'm Jesus, I'm here to help, and I'm able to make things better, then guess what? We have a choice to make. What are you going to choose? When God is telling you and me to believe him more than we have ever believed him before, then we must believe him more than we have ever believed him before. When he's showing us his real design of marriage, then we have to choose his real design of marriage. We must abandon our past pain and our past misconception and choose God's extended help towards us. A recap is this. Having the spectacular wonder that God is the maker of the heavens and earth and the maker of the Grand Canyon helps us to know that, you know what, he actually is still making wonderful things. Especially, he's willing to make wonderful things in your day-to-day life, starting with today, no matter what happened yesterday or the last 25 consecutive years in your marriage. So here's the question to you. Do you have wonder in your marriage that is greater than the daily grind, greater than paying the bills, greater than managing the time schedules and the kids? If the answer is no, I would say absolutely is not the full wonder that God intended for you in your marriage. We could help though. Email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com for help. Also, you're thinking, I'm a single person and this has no bearing on me. Well, you know what? If you don't have clarity in life and you're not full of joy as a single person and you're yet a Christian, but it can't compute. You have to have wonder as a single person, and we can help with that too. So email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com. That's the first part of the secret sauce, wonder. The second part of the secret sauce, we're going to continue. It may surprise you. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, it's really not that complicated, because Vladimir's been talking about something called wonder, and if that is a little bit of a mystery to you, that's okay. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to know exactly what is going on. really what you need is just a determination in your heart that you are not going to stop at where you're at, and that you're going to take one baby step forward and one baby step forward after that in pursuing a life of more happiness and pursuing a life of deeper connection with the people around you, and in pursuing a life of just searching God out for just a deeper, more real spiritual reality. So if you are the kind of person that just needs a little more clarity on this than what we can cover in a short show, feel free to reach out to us with your questions or your prayer requests. We absolutely love hearing from you. You can contact us at radio@honeymoonliving.com, or on our website at honeymoonliving.com, or on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Alyssa and Vladimir. Have you ever heard these song lyrics? I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of the love in the dead of night. You tell me that you're pleased, and I'm never alone. These lyrics talk about the power of knowing how good God is, and the good Father that He is to us. He really is a good Father. And so we're going to kind of transition out of our conversation about wonder into our second secret sauce of today. And that is that we have a good Father. So buckle up, listen to this song, let the words of it speak to you. The song talks about being loved by God, by knowing that He is good, and by soaking in and accepting to this song. So listen to the song by Tommy Prophet and Brooke Griffith, titled Good Father.
Stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard tender whispers of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Oh, I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need.
so undeniable. I can hardly speak.
Peace, love, unexplainable. I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love, love, love. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. Oh, I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am.
That was Good Good Father by Tommy Prophet and Brooke Griffith. So today here on the Honeymoon Living Show, we are talking about the secret sauces of life that cause us to live happier. Who wants to live happier? I need to live happier. This is something I have to be intentional about every single day. And one of those things is just knowing who we are in God and how much He absolutely loves us, which is sometimes a hard thing to really realize because we grow up and life is crazy. We have different sort of circumstances that affect us, different things that bring chaos, different things that bring heartbreak. It is pretty tough to experience life and not live it with the reality of the pain of the world around us. But the fact of the matter is we have a loving God, and really it's about knowing who do we belong to. Who are you in this world? Who are you as a Christ follower? Who are you as a creation walking this planet? Who are you? Your daddy is the creator of the universe, and he created you. You're not defined by your birth parents, the limitations of life that were given to you, whether they were a great start or whether they were a bad start. God sees you as His kid. He made you and He calls you His. He loves your heart. He loves you the way that you are in all of your imperfections. He loves you in your mess. That's right. He loves you right where you're at, no matter what is going on, no matter what you're facing, no matter what it is, what the chaos is. He loves you in your perfection or in your mess. He loves you despite what you think are your flaws. He does not define you by the shape of your size, the color of your skin, the texture of your hair. You are not defined by your talents or what you can produce. Let that sink in. Your daddy is the creator of the universe, and He sent Jesus to die for you so that you could have a heart-to-heart relationship with Him, the King of everything. How amazing is that? His love for you is absolutely indescribable. It's impossible for me or anybody else to describe to you how much your Heavenly Father loves you. If there's one thing that I would say that would maybe come close to describing this, it would be this. Is there anybody that you know that you would do absolutely anything to be with them? Is there somebody that you know that there is nothing that they could do that would cause you to stop loving them? Somebody that you would die for. Now, those of you that are parents know a taste of that kind of love. Why? Because you love your children that same sort of way, right? That is the same sort of unconditional love that God has for you. It's without limits. And it's possible that maybe God loves you as much or even more than you could ever love somebody else. His love for you is absolutely undescribable, and it's time to receive His love more fully than you ever have before, because it's something that'll shift you and it'll change you. So, who are you? Who are you really? You are a son or a daughter of the King of Kings. God looks at you as though you were the most valuable creature in the entire world. You know what? Because you are. You are valuable. Now you might be going, okay, Alyssa, that's a little overkill. You're a little too excited. You're a little hyped up on some. And yeah, that may be true. That may be true. But I'm going to say it again. You are valuable. And even if you don't believe that about yourself in this moment, just know that I'm on the other end of this microphone smiling at you, saying that you are valuable. So let go of everything that attacks your belief in your value. Let go and believe that you are a son or a daughter of the King of Kings, and He loves you just the way that you are. Romans 8:14 says this. I'm going to let Vladdy read it for us.
For all who are being led by the Spirit of God, these are sons of God. For you have not received the spirit of slavery, leading to fear again, but you have received the spirit of adoption as sons, and by which we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit Himself testifies with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, heirs also, heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ, if indeed we suffer with Him, so that we may also be glorified with Him.
So here's the recap. Your Father in heaven has an undescribable love for you. He is good beyond words. He is good beyond all the wonder that you could possibly believe. Embrace His love. If you want to have an incredible beyond words relationship with your spouse or your future spouse, if you're not yet married, if you want to, you must, if that's what you want, if you want to have that kind of incredible relationship, then you must embrace the fullness of your identity in God. It's time for that. The world is full of confused, insecure people. They may look good on the outside, but on the inside, whether they will admit it or not, they're crying out for help. You can be a piece of the puzzle that helps to bring direction and hope in your life. Whether you are someone that thinks you are strong in your identity, knowing whose you are and knowing who you are, or if you feel like you lack a solid foundation of identity, either way, it's time to arise and become the fullness of who you are called to be. You are called by the King of Kings, and He says that you are His kids. So do you have wonder in your marriage? Do you believe that you are who God says you are? We would absolutely love to hear from you. Feel free to email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com or send us a text at 413-33-RADIO. And we want to become your friends, so connect with us on Facebook /Alyssa and Vladimir, or you can also connect with us on honeymoonliving.com. We talk more about these stories that we've been talking about today, more of these concepts we've been talking about today in our book, The Power of a Honeymoon Marriage by Vladimir and Alyssa Joseph. You can get it at honeymoonliving.com or at Hastings and Kerrville, on Amazon.com, or on mobile versions for the Kindle, iPad, or wherever books are sold. We look forward to seeing you next week on the Honeymoon Living Show. Live a life full of passion, full of intentionality this week. Believe that you are called to something great, and live life full of wonder.
Remember, it's never too late to live happily ever after, no matter how old or young you are, and God has wonder for you. Wonder for you that He is such a good Father, and you can trust and rest in Him. So have a blessed week this week, and press into His wonder. For free counseling, email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com. For prayer requests, email us at radio@honeymoonliving.com. We bless you. We pray for you. God bless you.